That should be good. That's good. Oh, is the plug?
Is the plug not in?
The plug's not in it. Where's the plug?
It's right there. It's hung up right beside it.
Where?
Right beside it.
Right beside what?
Right in front of you.
What?
Right in front of you somewhere.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, we've been talking about this for a long time, and the day has finally come. 1v1. Chris versus Brad. Rapala versus Berkley. And specifically for today, the Shad Rap versus the Flicker Shad.
Here we go.
All right, Chris, what do you got there?
Okay, so this is the Rapala Shad Rap. It's the perch color. It's the SR5, and I just keep it in a box now so I know what's what, because I forget. That's what it's going to look like. I have had some luck with that already. So really it's just a matter of if Brad can keep up or not. That's what we're dealing with. And Brad, what are you doing?
Well, I haven't had a shad yet. These are the first two shads. Chris hasn't even seen them. Just a little bit of a unboxing here. The one I'm probably going to go with is the Flicker Shad. It's a 7. I thought you had a 7, so I got a 7. Looks kind of like a little perch.
Oh yeah, so yours is
a little bit bigger.
a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a looks like a little perch to me. And the other one I have, which I may not break out, is, oh, I thought I got a silver one. I got a kind of a blue one. Oh, yeah. Blue and white.
Little minnow type look.
Yeah. They have a whole bunch of different colors in these. I got the ones that have HD on them because it says, I don't know what it says because on my glass, true color, I think. So I don't know. This is what I'm going to get. So I think for the most part, it's going to be this versus that. The Flicker Shad can't lose.
All right, let's get these things on the hooks and in the water. Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Oh, I had one.
Oop. Okay, we got something. We got something. It's a bass.
Little bass. Nice. Need help with that or?
No. All right. Not what we wanted, but oh, he's hooked in 2 different spots here.
Yeah, we're a little too deep here, but this area does, like there's a drop off, so right, hopefully where we're casting, it's a lot shallower. You think we're out too far?
I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, another little rock bass. A little bit bigger than the last one, but that's what you want. Another one. Rock bass galore. It's probably the same fish over and over again. That's a bluegill.
That is a bluegill. Where are the lunkers?
Right in there.
There. I can't imagine they're going to be there.
Right in there.
I don't think big pike hang out in that shallow, do they?
Well, that's where those other ones were pretty shallow that we got in Sydenham Lake. That one, remember we were in that bay that was pretty shallow, where you got yours.
Yeah, but the water was 15 degrees cooler. I think that's the problem. They're all deeper. It's so deep out there, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, this might be a little bit bigger, maybe.
You got something?
No. No, it's a little bass. Oh no, it's another rock bass. It's actually a decent sized rock bass. Oh, he's all hacked up. Oh.
I don't know how deep we are right now.
Maybe this is a bit bigger. I don't know. It's some pretty decent sized rock bass. If you were, I don't know if they're any good to eat, but if you're into eating them.
Well, this isn't good for the competition between the flicker shad and the rap shad. I got a broken flicker shad.
Broken?
Yeah. I have to go back to the other one. Look at the tail of it.
Oh yeah. See? Berkley.
So I don't know about Chris, but I know we've done quite a bit of, for me anyways, and I know it seems true of Chris, we've done quite a bit of learning over the last month or two in terms of pike fishing. And although there's a lot of different factors, two important factors that I'd say I think are pretty important are weeds and lures when it comes to pike fishing. Weeds because pike are ambush hunters, so they like to hide in weeds, wait for something to go by, and ambush their prey. They do have I don't know, I'll call them sensors. They do have a sensitivity running from the top to the bottom, like their head to the tail in terms of sensing vibrations. But once they sense those vibrations, they're sight hunters. So what ends up happening is they'll sit there in the weeds, they'll wait for something to go by, they'll come up, and then they really more focus on the lure. And when you start looking at lures, you start hearing things like spinner baits, inline spinner baits, chatter baits. But as you start to learn more and more about pike, then you start to hear spoons, worms, plastics, paddle tails, all these kind of things. I'm forgetting even some of them, but you start to realize it really doesn't matter what you're throwing. As long as you have anything that I just mentioned there, it'll work for pike. You probably want to focus a little bit more on shininess and brightness, or at least something that they can see. If it's super muddy or something like that, you might want to go with something dark that looks like a shadow going through. But at the end of the day, you want to stick close to weeds, because that's where they're gonna hunt. They're gonna sit there and ambush their prey, and you want a lure that they can see. Other than that, I think this time of year, Chris and I are kind of throwing different directions at times. But from what I believe, it's 70 degrees right now. I think the smaller ones, the 20 to 25 inches. I don't know if you even get that much bigger. Do you get much bigger than that in this lake? But
I don't know.
I think some of the small to mid-sized ones will stay in the shallower areas at times, but a lot of the big ones, as the water gets warmer, will end up hanging out in the deeper areas, probably in the pocket here, but we don't know the lake enough. If there's rock areas on the bottom or weed beds on the bottom at the deeper areas, that's probably where some of the bigger ones are going to hang out.
The other thing you can do is just get yourself one of these shad wraps. They'll set you up perfect.
Tell you what,
Once you get them entangled.
I'm not giving up on the flicker shads yet, but I better land.
You're down a shad though.
I am down a shad. That's probably my own fault though, for hitting the side of the boat.
Oh. Oh, I got something. It's a bass.
It's a nice one.
Not bad, not bad. Couple of pounds maybe. Couple of pounds maybe. Pound and a half. Not bad. That's where I saw him jump. I don't know if it was him that jumped, but that's where I saw one jump, sure enough.
Where's that coming from? Got a little something.
Yeah?
I think it's a rock bass.
Oh. Yeah. Might want to,
There we go.
okay. We're getting a little close.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is.
Do you want to head in or troll in?
I think we just head in. It might get dark quick, and we don't want to be loading that boat in the dark.
Yeah. All right, one more cast.
One more cast. I mean, I got to do one cast with the fucking spin cast. Oh, my foot is cramping up. Something fierce. All right, Zebco 33. Oh, Jesus. Just about caught Murph on that one. That wouldn't have been good. Just flicker over. Yeah, just throw it over. That wouldn't have been good. Why doesn't that feel very smooth?
Well, folks, for the conclusion of today's Rapala Shad Rap versus Berkley Flicker Shad Showdown, you are officially the judges. We didn't mention it at the start of the video in the intro. However, this wasn't just about lure supremacy. It was a no-holds-barred pike competition. And in a shocking twist, like just an absolute shocking twist that no one saw coming, neither one of us got a pike. So we may have learned a lot over the last couple of months about fishing, but we are still pretty amateurish. We're still pretty bad. We're getting better though. So what does this mean for the grand competition? Is it a soul-crushing 0-0 draw, or do we give Chris the W since he did manage to wrangle in a bunch of sunfish and rock bass? Definitely more than me. What do you think? If you feel strongly one way or the other, throw it in the comments. I'll personally probably give him the W since he did have more fish in the boat at the end of the day, but I'm going to put a huge asterisk beside the W in the win column just because he did end up casting to the shore constantly, which in my view just seemed to scream panfish on that day. But one thing's for sure, this won't be our last Rapala versus Berkley debacle. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, hopefully with some actual target species in hand. Is this the worst timing or what? The starter won't work.
Yeah.